Hello everybody. Well, in today's video we will be talking about women. Right. You will be surprised to know this thing that I will be talking about in this video. So, the word women, let us start with that. So, word women actually was invented to have control on the opposite gender, that is women. So, this whole word women is not natural. No natural women ever exist. Right, you might be wondering what is she saying actually. So, the truth is the word women actually originated to have control. When there is the word women actually differentiate between the two genders. There is a man, there is a woman. So this disparities that happens between the two genders created the differences that a man should be like this and the physical characters, behavior, all these things of a woman should be like that. For example, if I say a man, then that man is supposed to be rigid. He must be manly. Then that man should not cry. Then that man should be strong enough physically and mentally. But when we talk about women, the women are being standardized with set of rules and regulation that the women should be soft, she should be kind, she acts as a supporter, she has to sacrifice. All of these attributes are being reflected, characteristics are set for the woman, that the woman should be like this. So there are set norms about women. So, I would like to mention about an American feminist philosopher whose name was Judith Butler. My pronunciation might be wrong, but Judith Butler. Okay, so he was an American feminist philosopher who actually categorized women, who said this term women is not natural at all. There is no term as women. The word women actually came into existence to control men. Right, if you go back to history, you will understand that what we mostly say that this is man made, this man, everything that you associate with man. Previously there was only one word to represent a person, and that word was man. But then we started creating the word women to actually have control on women. So it is actually made by patriarchy. I was going through this video in which there was this person who was talking about consciousness, in which they said that people who are oppressed, not the oppressor, the people who are oppressed, who has to struggle for the equality, for the racial discrimination, for any kind of disputes or disparities that happens, that because of which they have to suffer, they have double consciousness because they have faced the differences on what all criteria is evil that the society has. The same goes for the poor understand the value of being poor and the value that comes after being rich. So the poor knows the difference, but if you ask a rich kid, then the rich kid has never seen poverty, so he might not be, so that kid is actually having only one consciousness, right? Let us go back to the topic. I was saying about the category, the women was actually not natural, it was created. The origin was to actually have control on women, to make a difference that women are different from men, and that's how the whole system of patriarchy came into existence. And then the book that the Judith Butler wrote, in which Butler gave the term as gender trouble. So there is this saying in that book, it is clearly mentioned that women and men are actually going by the script. They are completely following a script that they are forced to follow. They are not willingly choosing that script. They are being forced from the birth. If I am born as a female, then I should look like this. I should be performing this particular task, and this is a task, and these jobs are not for women. This all difference was created from the birth. So if you teach the child about the difference, the gender based differences that is made by the society, by the patriarchy. So it is not that the women are willingly choosing to be soft or dressing up in a particular manner, keeping their hair long. They are being forced to perform in that way. There is a costume that a woman has to wear when they are when they are given the term women, when they are actually given the term and they have to wear that term, the word they have to wear by saying that they are women. So the people, the girls who are fighting for that, we are women, they are actually creating the whole trouble. Because if you create more troubles, if you create the differences between men and women, you are accepting that yes, you are women and you have to be dressing up like this, right? I'm not being very rigid, there are some differences also, right? Now, biological differences are there, I'm not talking about that. All right, so I was saying that performativity was the term that was given in this book called Gender Trouble. Performativity says that you can choose a gender freely, but she meant you don't choose being a woman. I was saying that biologically we are different. I do agree to that. But this gender was not our choice. But choosing to be a woman is actually our choice. And this choice was forced by the society to, for us, for the women to actually choose that this is your women. Womanhood was taken up by all the women. So that's why we have this thing that when you are fighting for feminism, you have to fight more female than men, right? Yeah, so you are forced to repeat the performance of the women through countless small acts. All the small actions that is determined, but the script is written for the female, we are following that script. We, by we I mean females are following. We women are following a script. We are following by the small, very small actions. For example, it could be that you have to be soft, you should not raise voice, you have to wear jewelries, then you have to wear skirts, all these things which create difference between the girl and a boy. So for feminism, we have to use the term that we are women, right? When we are fighting for feminism, we have to say that protect us. We are women. When we claim the identity, we are accepting the binary. Please do understand, if women are watching this video, if any girl is watching this video, I would like to tell you that when you accept that you are a woman, you are accepting that yes, identity is binary. It is two. There is a men and a women. There are two binary identity. So you are completely accepting that, right? So the word women were invented by the same power structure that oppresses you. As I was saying, that the complete word women was actually determined. This word came into existence to actually have a control on you. So it is a category to organize, but this category was made to close you in the prison, which teaches you the real women, how she must look like and behave like. So reinforcing the idea that biology decides the destiny is completely wrong. I do agree that biologically we are different, but we are forced into believing that the women is actually a biologically different from that of men, and you are destined to be such a way, right? So this female is a social construction, as I was saying from the very beginning, and not a very